In today's chess video, I'm going to show you some more chess opening tricks for black in the Traxler Counter Attack. Plus, I also have a really interesting chess puzzle for you all. So stay tuned till the end and keep watching Chess Talk. Let's start with the opening. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4 and knight f6. We have the two knights defense on the board. White attacks this weak f7 square with his knight. We ignore this threat and play bishop c5. As expected, white captures this pawn on f7 with his knight, attacking our queen and rook. And then we play the stunning move bishop to f2 check. From here, white has three options. He can either capture this bishop or he can move his king to f1 or e2. I have already made a video covering all the tricks and traps when the king captures on f2. You can watch that by clicking on the I button above. In this video, I am going to show you all the main ideas and lines when the king moves to e2 or f1. Let's take a look at e2 first. This is actually the worst move that white can play out of all three. Why do I say so? It's because white is not capturing your bishop, and plus you also get a tempo move by playing knight d4 check. So that's definitely not a good move by white. Now if white captures your bishop, or even if he moves to d3, the ideas are going to be the same as I discussed in my first video. You've just got to attack with all your pieces, and in fact you are in an even stronger position here since your opponent has lost a move by not taking this bishop right away. So it's clear that king e2 gives black a very strong position. Okay, now let's go back and see what happens if he plays king to f1. This is actually the best move for white in this position. Now this knight is attacking our queen, so we will have to play queen to e7 first. We have two undefended pieces at the moment. White can capture any of them. Let's first look at the most obvious move, that is knight captures rook. After this, we will play pawn to d5. The idea is to open up this diagonal for our bishop and to cut off this bishop from supporting this knight, so we can have his knight trapped in the corner. We are threatening his bishop, so he can take this with either his pawn or bishop. If he takes with his bishop, then he's gone. Let me show you how. After bishop takes, we play this beautiful move bishop to g4, and believe it or not, his queen is trapped. So capturing with the bishop is a bad move. A better option would be to take with his pawn. Our knight is under attack, so we move it to the center. From here, white has a few options. Let's look at it one by one. He can play something like h3 or bishop to e2, stopping us from attacking this queen with our bishop. Let's say he plays h3, then we will first save our bishop by moving it back to h4. And then our plan will be to bring our other knight to the center and attack the king with all these pieces. As black, this should be a very good game for you. Since there are lots of variations possible, I am not getting into the details. But that's the basic strategy when white plays h3 or bishop e2. Another move in this position would be to simply take this bishop. But then it's knight g4 check. Whatever move white plays, we bring our queen to f6. Again, as you can see on screen, we have a lot of attacking options, and positionally we are way better than white. Going back, the most natural move in this position is pawn to c3. In most games, this has been the move played by white. His idea is to threaten this knight and at the same time free up this diagonal for his queen in case we attack with our bishop. We will go ahead and bring out our bishop. Queen escapes to a4 and it's a check. We will block with our knight. No point bringing our bishop back since we've just taken it out. If white decides to take our bishop like this, then queen h4 check, and from here it's all about attacking this lonely king with all your pieces, and you should easily win it from here. Let's go back a move. In this position, instead of taking your bishop, if white takes your knight like this, then you can simply place your queen on this open file, and as you can see, this white king is in big trouble. You can launch a discovered attack by moving your bishop. You can long castle and bring your rook into the game. And of course, you have your queen and two bishops to finish this king off. Even if he tries something like d captures e5, attacking our queen, we can simply move our queen like this, keeping it on the f file, and you should be able to mate white in a few moves from here. Going back, so those were the tricks when knight takes rook in this position. Now what if white decides to take our bishop instead? We want to save our rook first, so we move it to f8, attacking this open file. Now here, white cannot play any casual move like this to just develop his knight, because on the next move we can play queen to c5. It's a check and this bishop is gone. So in this position, he will have to protect his bishop first by playing d3. This is the best move for white. Then again, like I showed you in the earlier variation, we will push our pawn forward like this. Now if the bishop takes, then knight takes bishop, pawn takes knight, and then our queen takes his knight. It's a check. We are threatening checkmate on the next move. He has no other option, so he has to block with his queen. Then after queen takes on d5, as you can see, his queen is gone. Going back, in this position, if he takes on d5 with his pawn, then knight g4 check. King e1 is the best move. But if he plays something like king g1, then queen c5 check. White has no other option, so he blocks with his pawn. Then knight takes pawn, and as you can see, black is totally winning from here. Going back, even if he plays the best move in this position, that is king to e1, then we can simply grab this knight with our queen and we are again threatening mate. It's very difficult for him to survive this ferocious attack. Even if he tries to bring his queen into the game by moving it to the d2 or e2 square, let's say for example he goes to d2, then you can play knight d4 and again you see we have so many attacking options and there is no chance white can save this game. In this position, if he tries to exchange queens, then we will move our queen out of the way and attack his queen with our rook. Queen g3 is the best move here. Then again we play knight d4 attacking c2. If white tries something like bishop b3 trying to protect the c2 pawn, then it's rook f2 and as always this king is in trouble. The major problem for white is that all his queenside pieces are of absolutely no use. And that's what you need to take advantage of. If you understand the overall strategy and tactics in the Traxler Counter Attack, then this is a lethal opening for you. Okay, so it's puzzle time. But before moving on to today's chess puzzle, it's very important that you like this video because your ratings help me in planning the future content on this channel. So if you genuinely like this video, then hit that thumbs up button right now. Okay, so here's the puzzle. In this position, it's your turn and you need to find the best move continuation for white. If you're able to find the solution to this puzzle, then share it in the comments.